Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and you know what time it is.
Information on celebration.
Well, it's Monday night, and you know we go live. You usually see me or Elijah Lewis doing a show about the town that Disney built. It's called Celebration, Florida. I want to make sure everybody can hear us okay. I tell you what, it's been an exciting time because, let me just double check something. We had requested if anybody would have any photos or images or stories of the 4th of July, and it just about crashed my computer. So everybody from, say, the Celebration back porch to the Celebration porch to my Facebook group, they just started streaming in with everything that's going on. So let me know if you are watching and if you can hear, because this computer crashed. And it's a good thing because everybody wanted to share their great stories, and it really was wonderful for us to see that. Let me see. I cannot check right now to see if you can hear me. So let's do this, because I have done that before where I've spoken for a couple of minutes, and I guess it's taken a second for it to go on.
Hey,
so if you could let me know, that would be great. Once again, it's Kim Hawk. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight, I guess, the first photos, images, video that came in, because when you are doing a live stream, it's only going to allow you to do so much. And so please let me know in the comments where you're watching from, where you are watching from. Yes, I'm starting to see people come on and say hello. Let me make sure that you can hear me. Please let me know, because there's some really great stories that I want to share with people. And let's go from there. I'm going to try to pull it up a different way. See what I'm doing? It has been a rainy day. Here we go. It's been a rainy day. See what I'm doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. I can hear now. Okay. Very good. All right, guys. See what I'm doing? So it's been a rainy day. My hair looks a fright, but I can't wait to share some of these stories that you guys are going to be sharing with me tonight. So anyway, today is Monday, July 6th. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Why don't we go ahead and start sharing some of the cool images? If you guys are watching from outside of Celebration, let me share with you, this is the town that Disney built, Walt Disney World built. And so literally the residents that are here, that are over 12,000 residents, quite a few more than that. A lot of them were in downtown Celebration on the 4th of July. And so there were amazing fireworks over Lakeside. The restaurants were buzzing. It was packed. But this was one of the coolest images that someone shared with me. Let's make sure you guys can see it too. Isn't that great? So anyway, that came in from, I think it was a photo by Bob Franklin. And what they're saying is there was a celebration person with a flag standing by the lake with the fireworks in the background. And so thank you, Linda Fulton, for sending that photo. I wanted to make sure we got to share that, because 250 years, that's kind of a big deal, right? And to be in the town that Disney built, pretty cool. So what else goes on during the day for the 4th of July? Well, you know, you start out with the parade and Celebration. Sometimes people will say it kind of feels like Mayberry a little bit, because we do have downtown parades. We encourage people to know about things, about groups and stuff. And of course, some of the coolest groups are going to be some of our kiddos. And so they would show up and look at all of the kids. That's a Celebration Soccer School. Celebration Soccer School. I wanted to thank Katie Tamanini. I don't know if you guys remember Katie. Katie was with Town Hall for many years. A long time ago, Robin Valentino and I and a couple of folks, our spouses, put together the Celebration Games. And it was a big deal, and it was a labor of love. It was a lot of work. I remember Jonathan Janis ran, played basketball, swam, played it was everything, basketball, soccer, the whole 9 yards. And so Katie was our partner in all that. Now to see that Katie is so involved, look how many kids are in the Celebration Soccer School. So well done, well done. So she encouraged them to come down to the 4th of July parade. So yes, there is a soccer group. And I thought it was sweet, the Celebration Cyclones, they show up. Many of us, because we are living by swimming pools, by water areas, it's wonderful when you have a group of individuals that are doing a great job, like Kelly Walton. She's been a part of our town for so many years, and she has a swim team, and she teaches, you can see how young this one is, to be smart around the water. And of course, with her showing up on the 4th of July, just reminding everybody, it's important that be safe around the water, but also enjoy the water, and possibly check out Kelly and the Celebration Cyclone. So thank you for sharing that. And look what we got here. This is really great. This is big news, you guys. This is a group that won. They were 8 to 10-year-olds, and it was the District 3 champions for softball. Look at all of them. So 8 to 10-year-old District 3 champions for softball. I wanted to thank Carrie Foster Anderson for sending that photo to me. That's a big deal, you guys, for the celebration folks. And I have a very a soft spot too for Frankie, because Frankie is on there. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Oh gosh, this computer is going to try to give me a hard time because of all the photos. But this is little Frankie, and Frankie is on that team, and she was so proud of her other teammates and her coaches and everything, that once they were winning a bunch of stuff, she started sending photos. And I said, of course, I wanted to give them a shout out on the Near Disney YouTube channel. So if you guys are watching this on Facebook, maybe you're on the Celebration Back Porch, the Celebration Porch, feel free to please go to Near Disney YouTube channel, because we have over 1,000 videos on the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. And of course, we concentrate most of those on the town of Celebration. That's where my family is. We are founding residents here. We are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Celebration this year. So how cool is that? 250 years for America, 30 years for Celebration, which of course we've been talking about every week, giving everybody an update. But you know what else? It was a big anniversary for our Celebration Sanitation group. If you have not met Ken Lee and Tammy and the whole group there, I think they are spectacular. We are very blessed that we have this great group. It is their 20th anniversary with Celebration. I'm going to try to see if I can pull up. Oh, I hope I can. Yes, I think I can pull this up. So not only did they put this cute raccoon on a trash can, because the raccoons like to have a lot of fun in Celebration and open up the trash and bring it around, but they also brought a special group in. I'm going to see if I can show it, so that, let's see, we've got to make some space, because there's just so much to report. And I'm so excited that everybody's getting behind this. We're going to share our screen, check out what they did for their 20th in downtown Celebration. I'm going to see if we can play it here, and I'll explain it to you if you can't hear it. So how fun. What they did was they brought the group. I have told you that I'm allowed to say where they came from. But these guys are very talented artists. That they play the drums. They play the drums on trash cans. You can turn a trash can upside down and it becomes a great drum. And so I just wanted to I got many people sending me that video. That might be one of the reasons why the computer was crashing, because we were getting so many people that were so excited about that. So congratulations, Celebration Sanitation, for 20 years here. I really feel like we're the ones that are blessed that we have these incredible guys that are working around us day in and day out, and this town stays so pristine and clean. Yes, yes. So another thing, when you live in a town of 12,000, 15,000 people, when you have a parade, you kind of want to see, is there anybody out there that wants to take a leadership position in some way? And then you ask the town to get around them, and you also want to hear some stories. And so there's been several people that have been encouraging me to talk about Greg Filick. If you don't know Greg, he is running for Osceola County District 1 school board position. So he is a Celebration resident. I believe he was the chairman of the Celebration Development District. His kids are very involved in school. His wife is lovely. And so there were several, let me see if I think I did. Yeah, I was going to say I got several photos that were sent to me asking us to talk about this on the air, that Greg would be a great candidate. You can see all the young kids that are there. I believe the person that had the position right now, who is retiring from that position, Terry, has said that she is backing him for that position as well. So it's really important. I want you guys to look at the date of the primary is August 18th. August 18th. So if you'd be so kind, put a big circle on that. Try not to miss that election, because the big election, obviously, people think about in November, but many times in the primaries is when some of this stuff is decided on, and we want to make sure we don't miss out on that. Sound good? Go get them. Go get them. All right. So what else? Celebration now has Island Village. And so you would see a lot of wonderful things from the schools from the K through 8, which, by the way, Dr. Rose, the assistant principal, she just retired there. And I can't say enough wonderful things about her. I remember her back in the day with Kim Mannion when she was a principal of the K through 8. And there was Dr. Rose. And boy, what a powerhouse. And now to see that Dr. Rose is retiring it, she definitely deserves it, but so well loved. And we'll have to do a story on her about how many people love our teachers. So we have the K through 8 off of campus, but now because Celebration's grown so much in Island Village, right, now has a K through 5. So they're not dilly-dallying. They're like, we're going to show up for the parade as well. And they are called the Ospreys. So I think we've got the Griffin, the Ospreys, the Storm, a lot of purple and yellow and all kinds of good stuff going on. But they were showing up as well. So thank you guys for being involved. Another special thing that meant a lot to me, if you have not had the opportunity to meet Ron Semler and Helena, they were involved with the parade, and they collect a lot of beautiful cars. They are moving here full time. They're lots of joy. And so ducks, see this big duck that was on this car, this Mustang? They were driving it and providing these ducks out to everybody. I know at Halloween, I think they gave out over 5,000 ducks. We'll have to talk about that on another show. But Halloween, there's lots and lots of kids that come through Celebration because they know it's nice and safe, and a lot of lovely people. Now, Ron, I will say, had some health issues this year. And so to see that he was fully active in the parade, look at this. I love it. Not only did he show up, he's got a smile on his face. He's got a hat with a flag. He's got a duck. It is really beautiful. So well done. So once again, you guys, I will continue to try to pepper some of these photos that you guys sent. I so appreciate it. Boy, when I asked for help on if anybody had any photos, you guys definitely provided a lot of good stuff. I know everybody from the Girl Scouts were there. I think Elmer was on his bike because I think Edward sent me a photo, which, by the way, don't forget about our wonderful Celebration Art Circle group that we have. I wanted to make sure I remind everybody, for those of you that have that talent, they are doing a 4th of July dress up, red, white, and blue. And that's going to be this Friday, July 10th from 10 a.m. to noon. And it's at the Island Village Clubhouse. Bring baked goods to share with everyone. Says, let's celebrate, create, inspire, connect, express together through the power of art. So thank you, Edward, which if you haven't met Edward, check out Publix over by, the newer Publix that's over by the high school. Look for Edward, say hi. But I think that's fun. He's always doing a great job and making sure that he's updating this stuff and providing it to us so that we can share it with you. All right, now we've talked about quite a bit. And one of the things you guys always ask me every week, so I want to make sure that I cover that too before I lose you today. What's going on in the market? Because I'm a realtor, and my realtor dream team, what we're trying to do is make sure you stay on top of what's going on. And so let's see. Here we go. I think I can share. Let me share the screen. There's only 75 total listings in Celebration right now. 75. That's it. This is not a market where it is slowed. This is not a market where people are thinking their properties are not going to sell. That's not true. In the normal days of Celebration, because I've been a realtor for 30 years here, we would have had about 440 listings, guys. And right now we only have 75. That's total. So what we do every 7 days is we show up and we tell you what's going on, so you can kind of get a feel what's happening here. I am going to, let's see if we can do it this way. I don't know if it'll do it, but we will try. Let's see if we can share this. We did a little graphic. Ashley helped me with this. Okay, let's see, PNG. Nope, there's Ron, but you know what? That's okay. Everybody loves Ron. Yes, there it is. Okay, good. You can see it. So what we've done, we went on MLS because we have the opportunity to see that. And 75 actives, of which there were 20 touch points. What do I mean by that? In 7-day period, 20 properties were touched in some way. And so 9 new actives came on. That's a lot for this week. We have normally not had that much. 4 pended. So there's more going on than coming off pending. But we had 6 sold. 6 sold, 1 canceled. I'm not sure why the one canceled. But to give you an idea, if you're looking to move here too, the least expensive property that came on active this week was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Georgetown. And it's $334,900 to give you an idea on our pricing. And the most expensive property that pended, that took a contract this week, was $2,650,000. So we have a huge range of what's being made available to everyone. I have a realtor dream team on Wednesday nights. They talk about what's going on in the market. They show you a lot of properties that are available. And I would encourage you at 7 o'clock on Wednesday to check that out. We periodically will showcase a property too. Tonight, I think I have taken a lot of your time and wanted to say happy 4th of July to everybody. Forgive my hair. It was rainy out today, and then this computer was just crashing because of all the good stuff you guys are sending me. But please, 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 that's the thing that I want to encourage you the most to do. Text me 407-808-9845 if you have any photos or if you have some things that you would like us to talk about. I do know one of the biggest topics right now that are showing up on the celebration porch, which is one of the Facebook groups, is concerns of the safety of the kids that are riding these motorcycle type of bikes. They are not the legal bikes. Some bikes you can use, but there's some that you're not supposed to be using. And so if there's any parents out there that have any questions about that, if they're wondering if their child is riding something legally or not, feel free. You can try to text me and I'll put you in touch with Officer Jerry. I would much rather you have a conversation in advance so that a child does not get hurt. I would also like to make sure that you're reminding, please, the ones that are on bicycles in any fashion to stop at stop signs. We're starting to see some trends where some kids are just flying through the stop signs, not stopping. There's some children that are going on Celebration Boulevard, which is 40 miles per hour. They're not allowed on that street. It's supposed to be under 25 miles per hour. It should be like riding a bicycle, not being on a motorcycle. It's too scary. And sometimes we see some of our youth out there without helmets on, and it's just too scary. So I'm not trying to play the bad cop. I'm just trying to play. We're really concerned about some of the kids that are out there right now. We've seen some of them have accidents, fall off the bikes. And the last thing we want is for us to be talking about something really bad that happens if there's an accident. And that could be the child on the bike. That could be somebody walking on the street, that type of thing. So please, please, please spread the word. It's not cool to be having a motorcycle type of bike in this town. We're just not equipped to have that. Exercise is good. These bicycles that they can ride and get some exercise with the helmet and know the rules of the land of stopping at stop signs, not knocking people over on sidewalks, that type of thing. It's gotten a lot better, but we just have been asked by many people on the celebration porch to please make that announcement. So if you need me to, I might be able to get Officer Jerry on an interview. If that's of any interest, maybe I can record that and he can give you more specifics. But anyway, it's because the love of our children is what we're talking about. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions, we'd love to represent you buying or selling a house here. That's what we do. But we'd also love to just say hello and thank you again for watching our show. We are neighbors, and we will see you on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock or Fridays. Sometimes we have evergreen videos, but always on Monday nights at 7 p.m. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.